This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics bringing to you a new series. We're going to do the 1915 Federal League season, and we're going to do it week by week. We're going to play a 15-game season, and this first game will be the Chicago Whales at the Baltimore Terrapins. This game is being played in Baltimore at Terrapin Park. The Chicago Federals are the team that gave us Wrigley Field in 1914. It was known as Wigan Park. It had one deck. It didn't have the upper deck originally. And anyway, we've had the introductions of the players. Let's begin. Jack Quinn is the pitcher for the Baltimore Terrapins. Quinn was a former major leaguer who jumped to the Federal League. He was best known for setting records of longevity, and that's kind of his place in baseball. He won the most, until Phil Niekro came along, he won the most games, 109, after the age of 40. Played till he was 49 years old. And as he takes the mound today, he is still young. He's 32 years of age. All right, we're playing this game with time travel baseball, where it uses two dice, sort of like Apba, but you don't read them like Apba. The green dice refers to the hitter's card. Red dice will refer to the pitcher's card. Whichever is higher will determine which card we read the result on. Unless they're equal, and then we results here after we draw a gamble card, and it'll have a picture of a pitcher or batter on it, and that determines which card we read and the result. We're playing basic time travel baseball, but I may add a few advanced game rules as we go along. Here we go. Jack Quinn pitching to Art Wilson. 6-3 is a 9 off the pitcher's card. That's going to be a leadoff single by Artie Wilson. That brings up Dutch Zwilling. He is one of two players who played for all the Chicago teams in his career. Raleigh Zeider also played for the Cubs and White Sox. Zwilling did too. Zwilling was the all-time leader in the Federal League for home runs. He had 29 home runs. Here's the pitch to Dutch Zwilling, a dangerous hitter. 3-2. The green is 3, so we go off Zwilling's card. That's a 5. He swings and misses for a strikeout. 1 down. Here's Max Flack. Okay, 4-4. This is a gamble, so we pick a strikeout on the. It'll be a strikeout on the batter's card, or pick an error card if it goes off the pitcher. So it's off the pitcher. So we'll pick another error card. We have well, there's no reason we can't use this one. We have a runner on first, so we read the line for whichever the farthest base runner is. So runner on first, blooped into no man's land, shallow center field. If the center fielder is playing careless, it's a double, and home team defenses in basic are alert, so it's not a double. He makes the play. I had that wrong. That is a single, in the center field. If the defender was careless, it would have been a double, but he was not careless. So a single, and then we go to the basic runner reaction chart for a single. Man on first moves to second, other runners score. So the Feds have runners at Chicago Whales have runners at first and second. One down. Jack Quinn's already in some trouble. Here is Les Mann, a 306 hitter in 1915. That is a 9 roll. That's a off the greens higher, so we go off the batter's card. Hard ground out. And alert defense, that's a double play. Mann's a right-handed batter, so it starts out at third base, so it's a 5-4-3 double play. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. No score, Baltimore coming to bat. All right, George McConnell is on the mound for the Chicago Whales. His middle name was Neely, same as my last name. George Neely McConnell was his name. He's from Tennessee. He made his debut with the New York Islanders in 1909. Vern Duncan leads off for the Baltimore Terrapins. Terrapins' name came from Maryland's University of Maryland's mascot, Terrapins. Here's the pitch to Vern Duncan. 1-1. That's a gamble. It could be a strikeout off McConnell's card or a long double off Vern Duncan's. It's a double. A long double off Duncan's card. So Vern Duncan is in scoring position with nobody out. Here's the catcher, Yip Owens. All right, Yip Owens played with the Brooklyn Tip-Tops in 1914, then he came over to the Terrapins. Owens is listed as a fine bunter, so he's going to try to lay one down and move the runner up. And he gets the bunt down. McConnell picks it up, throws to third to retire Duncan 1-5. So the sacrifice fails. It's a fielder's choice. And Yip Owens is the runner at first. That brings the back outfielder Jack McCandless. There's the pitch to McCandless. That's a 2-2. Short single if it's off his card. It's off the pitcher card. And that's an infield line drive out. Line drive was to Raleigh Zeider. That's 2 outs. Here's Steve Evans, a 315 hitter in 1915. 6-5's off the pitcher's card. That's 11. That's a single. Owens goes to second. 2 outs, 2 on for the Terrapins. Jimmy Walsh, 302 hitter. 41 off the pitcher's card, be a 5. That's a short single. Short single on the Terrapins batter card. We re-roll a die, and if it's 1-4, it'll be a single, or otherwise a ground out if it's 5 or 6. So it's still a base hit, short single. And runners advance 1 base. We'll call that an infield single. Bases loaded. Terrapins are threatening in the first. That brings up the second baseman, Otto Nobby. Can Otto Nobby put a quarter in the merry-go-round? Here's the pitch to Nobby. 3-4 off the batter's cards, a 7. Slow ground out. That's the third out. Ground out to second base, 4-3. Big threat, but nobody scores. Nothing. Tex Wistersville will lead off for the Chicago Whales in the top of the second inning. He played 1914 with the Brooklyn Tip-Tops, then came over to the Terrapins. I don't think he finished the season with the Terrapins. I think he went to the St. Louis Terriers toward the end of the 15 season. But here's the pitch from Jack Quinn to George Wistersville. That's a 9 off his card, a hard ground ball out, 1 away. There's the first baseman, Fred Beck. 7 off the batter's card, infield pop-up. 2 outs. And now Raleigh Zyder, who's the other player who played for all three Chicago teams, the Cubs, White Sox, and the Whales. 4-4 is off the pitcher card. Pick an air card. That's this. Bounce out to second base. Second baseman 0 kicks the ball for an error. The Baltimore second baseman is a 2, so it's not an error. 4-3, that's 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Chicago Whales 0 and the Baltimore Terrapins nothing. Harry Swasina leads off for the Baltimore Terrapins. There's a new symbol on these 1915 cards. That's a circle K with a slash line, means he doesn't strike out on strikeouts off the pitcher's card. See, he's got a strikeout there. This symbol here is a caught stealing, but you can also roll the dice on those. 1 through 4, he'd be caught stealing. Or 1 through 5, he'd be caught stealing. 6 would be safe. And the plus signs, symbols, mean that he will steal. And you could roll the dice on that. 1 to 5, safe. 6, he's out. That's basic stealing. Here is Swasina. That's a 10 off his card. That is a base hit with a plus sign. That means he could steal. He will try to go. And he is safe. Stolen base. Baltimore threatened in the first when they load the bases. They've got a man in scoring position here in the second. Here's the shortstop, Mickey Doolan. 188 hitter. I think he's going to go ahead and bunt. Game comes with basic strategy charts and also advanced. We're playing basic. This is the bunt chart. Let's roll the dice. 5 is a foul out, but a fine bunter is a perfect sacrifice. He is a fine bunter, so it's a good sacrifice. Toward first base, runner goes to third. He's out 3-4. Doolan's out 3-4. When the pitchers bat, you use the pitcher batting cards, and he is listed, Jack Quinn is listed as a dangerous batter or fine bunter. He's dangerous at bat. He will go ahead and swing away. Feds will play the infield at normal depth. You can play the infield in. That will increase his batting average. Here's the pitch to the pitcher, Jack Quinn. 9 off the pitcher card is an infield pop-up. High into the air. Caught by third baseman, Wisterzill. 2 outs. Top of the order in Vern Duncan. That's a 2-2. We can take a gamble card. See which card to read. It's off the pitcher card. 2-2 off the pitcher card. It's an infield line drive to the shortstop. 3 outs. Terrapins are threatening all over the place. They're giving the team that was actually the champions of the 1915 season, the Chicago Whales, all they want, but they've not scored yet. No score, we go to the top of the third. All right, Jimmy Smith leads off for the Whales in the top of the third inning. Here's the pitch from Jack Quinn. 7, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's Quinn's second strikeout. And George McConnell, the pitcher for Chicago, is also a dangerous hitter. So that's the card we're using. And off the batter's card, it is a 7, a high fly out. 2 outs. Art Wilson. 6 off the pitcher's card is an infield pop-up taken by the shortstop, Doolan. 3 up and 3 down for the Whales. We go to the bottom of the third, no score. Catcher Yip Owens leads off for the Baltimore Terrapins, reached by fielder's choice, his first time up. 7 off the pitcher's card is take a gamble. Off the batter's card, that's a high fly out the left field. I'm going to use, if you put basic only, you just use the bold type. but I'm going to use master on these results. These gamble results. Left fielder 0 somehow lets the ball drop in for a double, and that's McCandless. He is a 0, so it's a double for, not McCandless, that would be Man is a 2, so he makes the catch. It's flat out the left. One down. Here's Jack McCandless. We draw a gamble card on the doubles. It's a nobody's on base, double to center field wall. Star 3 center fielder throws the batter out second trying to stretch. The center field is not a star 3 player, so it is a double for Jack McCandless. Steve Evans comes up to the bat. He played in the major leagues with the New York Giants in 1908, and then the St. Louis Cardinals 1910 through 13. He was signed away from the Cardinals by the Brooklyn Tip Tops. Now he's with the Baltimore Terrapins. Here's the pitch to Steve Evans. 7 off the batter's card. That's a slow ground out. To the first baseman, Fred Beck. The runner goes to third. 3 unassisted. That's 2 outs. Baltimore's had great scoring opportunities. They're going to have to get a hit with somebody on scoring position at some point if they're going to want to win this game. Here's Jimmy Walsh, 302 hitter. 4 is a base on balls. Walsh takes first and third. Here's Otto Nabi. That's a 6 off the pitcher's card. It's a hard ground ball out. Ball hit hard to second base, 4-3. That ends the inning. And the Terrapins have stranded 6 runners in the first 3 innings of this game. They've not scored. We go to the 4th. Nothing. Dutch Zwilling leads off the 4th for the Chicago Wells. Pitch from Quinn is a 2-2. We take a gamble card off the pitcher's card. Short single. Fast or daring batter goes to second as third baseman hurried throw and the dirt bounces away. He's not a daring runner. He's slow, so it's a short single. Past the third baseman. Zwilling's at first. Here's Max Flat. Likely he'll put the ball in play. He has the no strikeout off the pitcher card symbol. There's a pitch to Max Flack, a 314 hitter in 1915. 7 off his cards, a chopper ground out. Second base, Kanabe throws to second to retire Zwilling, 4-6. That's fielder's choice. Now Max Flack's the runner at first. Here's Les Mann. We're in the middle of the Fed's order. Mann's a 308 hitter, 306 hitter. 6-6 roll. See which card it comes off of on the doubles. Off the batter's card because it's green, so it's a double. Flack is going to try to score from first. The throw from McCandless to home. He is out at the plate. 7-2. 2 outs. Let's see, Mann is at second base with the double. No RBI. Runner's thrown out by McCandless. 2 outs. Here is Tex Wisterzell. Nine off the batter card is a hard ground out. 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lots of scoring opportunities, but nobody has been able to change the scoreboard yet. In this league season, we're using the out-of-town scoreboard by History Maker Baseball to play the other games for Week 1. And the St. Louis Terriers are at the Pittsburgh Rebels. After 3, their score is tied 2-2. The Newark Peppers are at Buffalo, and they lead 1-0 over the Buffalo Blues. And the Brooklyn Tip Tops are playing at Gordon Koppel Field at Kansas City against the Packers, and they lead in their game after 3-2. Here is the Terrapins' Harry Swasina. He's got the strikeout symbol, so he'll be tough to fan. 3 off the pitcher's card is a double by Swasina. Terrapins have not had troubles getting hits. That's the 6th hit already. Here's Mickey Doolin. A fine butter will try to bunt. So 5 is a good sacrifice. Play goes 5 to 4. Swasina goes to third. That's the second time Doolin has successfully bunted a sacrifice play. Here is the pitcher, Jack Quinn. Quinn was in this situation earlier. Here's the pitch to Quinn. He's going to swing away. 3 off the batter's card is a walk. McConnell walks the pitcher Quinn, first and third. That brings the bat Vern Duncan. 2-2, we take a gamble card. That's off the batters. That's an infield line out to the second baseman. 2 outs. And the Terrapins, once again, they're setting them up, setting the table beautifully, but they're not getting that clutch hit. Here is Yip Owens. 3 off the pitcher's cards. A double, that's the clutch hit they're looking for. Swasina scores, and just for fun, I want to take a look at what the advanced game rules would do with a runner trying to score from first. That runner would be the pitcher Quinn, who is if the runner is fast or daring, he'll be safe at home. There's no listing on the pitcher's card, so we're going to assume average, and so he is out 7-2 trying to score. So the Terrapins get 2 runners thrown out at the plate, but they do score a run. It is Baltimore 1 and Chicago 0 as we go to the 5th inning. Fred Beck will lead off for the Chicago Whales in the top of the 5th inning. He had 11 home runs in 1914 for the Whales. In 1915, he only hit 5. Here's the pitch to Fred Beck. 3-3 is a single with a question mark. If it comes off his card, or a double off the pitcher card, it's going to be off his card, so a single with a question mark. On the question marks, you check the left-right. If it's the same-sided pitcher, if the left-handed pitcher, that'd be a strikeout rather than a single. But Jack Quinn's a right-handed pitcher. Beck is a left-handed hitter, so that's a leadoff single for the Whales. They get the potential tie and run at first. Brings the bat Raleigh Zeider. 8 off the pitcher card is a high fly out, 1 out. Jimmy Smith. 8 off the pitcher cards, another high fly out, 2 outs. And now George McConnell. 10 off the pitch card, that's a pressure play. In the basic game, all the pressure plays are strikeouts, so 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 Terrapins. All right, Jack McCandless leads off the last of the 5th for the Terrapins. He's had a great day out in the field, throwing out 2 base runners at the plate. Here's the pitch to McCandless. 5 off the batter cards, a high fly out. 1 out. Steve Evans. 7 off the batter card, slow ground out. 2 down. Jimmy Walsh. 8 off the batter count is a line out, right-handed batter to the right fielder, 3 outs. We go to the top of the 6th inning. It's the Terrapins 1 and the Whales nothing. All right, Jack Quinn will be dealing with numbers 1, 2, 3 in the Whales batting order. Chicago sends up Art Wilson. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the first inning. 6 off the pitcher cards, an infield pop-up. 1 away. Dutch is willing. 7 off the pitcher's card. Take a gamble. Single off the second baseman's glove. Base hit. Zwilling is 2 for 3. Slow runner at first. Here is Max Flack. 314 hitter in 1915. 5, slow ground out. That slow ground out went to shortstop. Doolin had to pick it up with his bare hand and throw out Max Flack, 6-3. Runner at first goes to second. There's 2 outs, but the tying run is in scoring position for less man. The stretch and a pitch from Jack Quinn. 4 off the batter's cards. I walk with a plus. He can't steal second because second is occupied. First and second for the Whales. Here is Tex Wisterzell, 244 hitter in 1915. 3 off the pitch card is a short single. Everybody advances 1 base. Bases are loaded. For the Whales, this is their biggest threat of the game. Fred Beck. Six off the batter's cards, a line drive, line fly out to the right fielder. And so Jack Quinn wiggles off the hook. They strand the bases loaded. Terrapins 1, Whales nothing. Second baseman Otto Nobby leads off for Baltimore. That's a 4 off the pitcher card. Base on balls. Harry Swasina. It'll be hard to strike out. He's got that strikeout symbol. 8 off the pitcher's cards, a slow ground out. Runner goes to second. 1 down. Mickey Doolin. Five off the batter cards, a slow ground out. Runner goes to third. 2 outs. That brings up Jack Quinn. 0 for 1, walked. His last time up. Here's the pitch to Quinn. That's a 10 off the batter card. That's a short single. And Quinn helps his own cause, drives in a runner. It's now Baltimore 2 and the Chicago Whales nothing. All right, here's Vern Duncan, the center fielder. 7 off the pitcher card. That's take a gamble. Runner on first, slow ground out. If fielding points of one first baseman and second base add up to 3 or more, plays a sharp ground out. That's interesting. So the first baseman is a 2, second baseman is a 0. It'll remain a slow ground out. So if it was a sharp ground out, we'd go to the ballpark card and there would be a chance for a single. All right, 3 outs. But the Terrapins get back on the scoreboard. It's Baltimore 2 and Chicago nothing going to the 7th inning. Raleigh Zeider will lead off for the Whales. He is 0 for 2. Now let's check the out-of-town scoreboard. After 6 innings, Pittsburgh is leading the St. Louis Terriers 3-2. The Newark Peppers are leading Buffalo 2-1. and Brooklyn and Kansas City are tied at 3 apiece after 6. Here's the pitch to Raleigh Zyder. 7 off the batter's cards, an infield pop-up. Zyder is 0 for 3. Here's Jimmy Smith, the shortstop. He has struck out and flied out. Here's the pitch. 7 off the batter cards, a strikeout. Second time Jack Quinn has punched out Jimmy Smith. 2 outs. Here's the pitcher, McCandless. With 2 out, nobody on, they're going to go ahead and let him continue to hit and pitch. 5 off the pitch card is a slow ground out. 3 up and 3 down. The Whales go down without a whimper. It's 2-0 in Baltimore. Yip Owens is 1 for 3 with a double. Here's the pitch to Yip. 6-6 roll. That's going to be a double or a strikeout, depends on which card. It's a double for Yip Owens. Second double of the game. He's 2 for 4. And in scoring position with nobody out. Chance for Baltimore, who was the last place team in 1915. They could increase their lead and work quite the upset here in week 1 over the Chicago Whales. Jack McCandless, 2-2 roll off the pitcher card. That's an infield line out to the shortstop. We'll draw another gamble card, and if it's a pitcher image, the lead runner's out, double play. If the batter image, then the runner on second's okay. It's a pitcher image, so the runner at second, Owens is caught napping, and he's thrown out. The lineout was to the shortstop, Jimmy Smith, so it goes 6 and then 6 to 4, a double play. Steve Evans comes to bat, a .315 hitter, the best on the Terrapins, I believe. That's a 5 off the pitcher card, short single. 2 outs. Evans is at first. He's a fast runner. Jimmy Walsh, .302 hitter. And that's a 7 off the batter's card, a high fly out. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It's 2-0 Baltimore Terrapins. Leadoff hitter Earl Wilson leads off for the Chicago Whales. They got some work to do. They're down by 2, only 6 outs to play with. Here's the pitch to Hardy Wilson. 7 off the pitcher's cards, take a gamble. Bounce out to first base. One away. Dutch is willing. Nine off the batter cards, a hard ground out. 2 outs. Brings up Max Flack. Flack is 1 for 3, singled in the first inning. 5 is off the pitcher's cards, a slow ground out. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still 2-0 Terrapins. Otto Nobby leads off for the Terrapins. He's grounded out the second twice and walked. 1-1 roll. That requires a gamble card off the hit call, and that's a strikeout. Harry Swasina. 11 off the pitch card. That's a base hit. Shortstop Mickey Doolin, he's been bunting pretty much all day. He's sacrificed twice and grounded out. He's going to swing away. 7 off the line drive fly out. 2 outs. Jack Quinn. Quinn is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Seven off the batter card is a fly out. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Baltimore 2 and the Chicago Whales 0. All right, we go to the top of the 9th inning. We should talk about pitcher fatigue rules. If a pitcher gives up 5 base runners in an inning, he becomes fatigued, and then you take all the readings off the batter's cards only, and that's the result of being fatigued. If a pitcher gives up 5 runs, he's fatigued. Workhorse pitchers, I think, can never become fatigued. I got to double check on that. And workhorse pitchers can pitch every 4th day, and workhorse relievers can relieve in consecutive days. Last man leads off the top of the 9th. There's another advanced rule that we're not employing today, but I might in the future. If somebody's pitching a shutout for the 7th inning, there is a special shutout card that you replace the pitcher's flash card with. That is this card. And use that until he gives up a run. But we're mostly playing basic here, so we're not going to go to the shutout card. We'll stay with the Jack Quinn card. But he's pitched a dandy. He has only given up 6 hits and walked 1. He has struck out 4. Last man steps into the box. Last chance for the Whales. 7 is off the pitcher card. That's to take a gamble. Deep drive, hugs the foul line. Umpire rules a foul ball. Hard luck pitcher, it's going to be a home run, and Jack Quinn is a hard luck pitcher. So there is some controversy on that one. Umpire circles the fingers, circles the bases, sign, home run for last man. That pulls the Whales to within 1. Tex Wisterzill, the third baseman. No outs. Batters the potential tying run. Here's the pitch from Quinn. 8 off the batter's card is a ground ball to first base. Quinn covering, 3-1, one away. Fred Beck, Jack Quinn's 2 outs away for nailing down first victory for the Terrapins. Here's the pitch to Beck. 2-2 roll is a off the batter's card, a long double, question mark, and exclamation point. So let's deal with the question mark first. Lefty-righty, left-handed batter against the right-handed batter, so it's a double. And then the question mark goes to the ballpark card. And 1 through 3 for a left-handed batter will be a home run, tying the game, otherwise a foul out, or fly out, rather. All right, here's the roll. 4, it's hit deep, but caught. It's a fly out. Fred Beck is retired. Brings up Raleigh Zider. Jack Quinn is kind of digging deep here to survive this 9th inning. Pitch to Raleigh Zider. That's a 10 off the pitcher card, pressure play. In basic, that's strikeouts. Swing and a miss to Zider. 3 outs. That's it. That's the ball game. Final score. The Baltimore Terrapins 2 and the Chicago Whales 1. We'll be back to wrap it up. All right, the line score for the Chicago Federals was 1-8-0. And for the Baltimore Terrapins, 2-11-0. The winning pitcher was Jack Quinn. He goes 9 innings, allows 1 earned run, that controversial home run in the 9th inning. And McConnell was a loser for Chicago. 9 innings pitched, 2 earned runs allowed. Star of the game is Jack Quinn, the winning pitcher. He also singled and drove in a run, went 1 for 3, also had a walk. So Jack Quinn is your star of the game. Tomorrow we'll play the Buffalo Blues at the St. Louis Terriers, the 3rd Major League team in St. Louis. Browns, Cardinals, and now Terriers. Hope you enjoyed the game. If you did, hit the subscription button, and the like button as well is also helpful. Thanks for watching. Good day, and God bless.